So this is hello students. This is section 4.4, that is laws of logarithms. In this section we will study certain properties of logarithmic functions, and as I told you in the previous video that this has very um, very much, this will be applied very much in all levels of mathematics, and this has wide range of applications. So you have to know these properties like maybe like forever if you are studying math as your major. So let us see that you know that logarithms are nothing but exponents. So the laws of exponents, they give out laws of logarithms. So let me state all the laws of logarithms. Let a be a positive number, okay, with a not equal to 1. Let capital A, B and C be any real numbers, with A greater than 0 and B also greater than 0. So we have a law, we have laws here, and I will describe these laws in words. So log A of AB is equal to log A of A plus log A of B. Okay, so that means the logarithm of a product of numbers is the sum of the logarithms of the numbers. So let me prove this for you. By definition, LHS, if you consider the left hand side, that is log A of AB. So by definition, how can you write it in the exponential form? So that would give us by exponential form, this would be nothing but this is the base, and say this is equal to some y. Okay, so if this is equal to y, this is the base and this will be the exponent, right? So that means a power y is equal to a and b. Correct? A power y is equal to a and b. So let me consider RHS now. So RHS in the sense, say log A of A is say u, and log B of B is say v. Okay, so then the first equation will tell us that a power u is equal to a, and the second equation will tell us that b power v is capital B. Correct? So what happens to AB? AB is nothing but it is a power v itself, because the bases are same. I am sorry. Okay, yeah. So now AB in exponential form will be nothing but AU times AV, right? This will imply this. So if you write this in logarithmic form again, so that would give us, that this is nothing but a to the power of u plus v. Correct? So if you write AB is equal to a to the power of u plus v in the logarithmic form using the definition, so you will get that to be log A, because this is the base, of AB is nothing but the exponent, that is u plus v. But what is u and v? U and v are log A to base A plus log of capital B to base A. So hence we proved the property 1. So the same thing applies to the division thing. Division is log A divided by B to the base A. So this would give us log A of A minus log B of B. Okay, and 3 is log a of a power c is equal to c log of a to base a. Okay, so the proofs of the property 2 and 3 are in the book. If you want, you can go through that. So using these laws of logarithms, let us evaluate certain expressions. So if I have to do some exercise problems for you, I will do problem number 10 in the book. So that is log 9 to base 6 plus log 24 to base 6 itself. Okay, so by property number 1, this is nothing but log 6 of 9 times 24, correct? So what is 9 times 24? It is 216. So this will be log 6 of 216. Okay, so 216, can you write this as some 6 power something? Can we write this as something to the power of 6? Yes, we can do that. That is, this is nothing but 6 cube. So now applying the property log a of a power x is equal to x, we get this to be equal to 3. Okay, so now you applied law 1 here, and you applied property 3 that you learnt in the section 4.3 part 1 video. So you applied that property number 3 for this step. Okay, so let me do another problem for you. So this is problem number 14. So problem number 14 says that negative 1 over 3 to log 3 of 27. So you can apply law number 3. Law number 3 says that log a of a power c is nothing but c log a of a, correct? So the given format is in the form of RHS. So if you have to express that in the form of LHS, you can apply this property. That would give us log 3 of 27 to the power of negative 1 over 3. Correct? So negative 1 over 3. So that would be nothing but log 3 of 1 over 27 to the power of 1 over 3, correct? So this is nothing but log to the base of 3 of 1 over cube root of 27. So what is cube root of 27? That is log 3 of 3 itself, right? So this would be 3 to the power of negative 1. So again applying property number 3 that you learnt in the section 4.3 part 1 video. So that is log to the base a of a power x is equal to x. So we get this equal to be negative 1. Okay, I will do another problem for you. So this is problem number 20. 20 says that evaluate log 2 to 8 to the power of 33. Okay, so this applying the log 3, we get 33 times log 2 to the power of log 8 to the base 2. Okay, so this would be 33 times log 8 is nothing but 2 cube to base 2. So again applying properties of logarithmic function, so we get this to be 33 times 3. So that is 99. I hope you understood how to solve using logarithmic, using laws of logarithms as well as properties of logarithms. So now we will expand and combine using logarithmic expressions. So you just have to do either expand the expression or combine. So let us do expansions first. That is expand using laws of logarithmic, using laws of logarithms, okay. So I will do problem number 24 that is in the book, that says that log of 7r to the base 6, you need to expand this, okay. So you can see the number 7r is in terms of product. So to expand this, you can apply law number 1. So that says that log 7 to base 6 plus log r to base 6, correct, using law 1, okay. That is the expanded format. Then moving further, so we have problem number 32. So you are asked to expand this expression, that is log of x square root of y to the base 3. So again here you can see this in the product. Let me expand using law 1 first. Log of x to the base 3 plus log of square root of y to the base 3. But you can further see this can be written as the second term. You cannot do anything with the first term, but with the second term you can write square root of y as y to the power of 1 over 2. And again applying only law 3 for the second term, we get log 3 of x to be equal log of x to the base 3 plus log of half times log of y to the base 3. So this is the maximum expansion that is possible. Okay, I will do another problem for you where we can apply property law number 2. So this is number 38 in the book. Say log of y cube divided by square root of 2x. So this is 2x. So if there is no base written, so that would be a common logarithm, that is base 10, right? We learned that in the previous video. So yeah, now to expand this, you can see you have something in the division format or the fraction format. So what we can do here, we can apply property or law number 2. So that says that log a of capital A, log of capital A by B to the base A is nothing but log of A to base A minus log of B to base A, correct? So applying this law, we will get our expression to be equal to 2x to be equal to log of y cube. You need not write the base because it is known if you do not write anything, the base would be 10. So plus log of square root of 2x. Okay. So now again you can see that you can rewrite each of the expression using different laws. So for the first term, if you apply law number 3, so you can write this as log of 3 log of y, correct, plus, and for the second term you can use law number 1 because you can see there is a product of square root of 2 and square root of x. So you can expand that to be log of square root of 2 plus log of, because there is product between the two numbers, that will turn out to be addition applying the law. So you will have it to be this. So again you can simplify your second and third term. You can expand it to be half log of 2 plus half times log of x. So this is the maximum expansion that is possible. So you have to expand it until further simplification is not possible. So only then you will be getting full points when you are asked to solve these in exams or quizzes. So we can do the same for combining using laws of algorithms. So combining using laws of logarithms. Sorry, I said algorithms, I guess. Okay, logarithms. Okay, so that is, I will do problem number 52 for you. The problem says that 3 ln of 2 plus 2 ln of x. Here you have something as natural logarithmic functions. So half ln of x plus 4. Okay, so all the properties of logarithmic functions as well as laws apply even to the natural logarithmic functions. So the first term can be simplified as this: ln of 2 cube, correct, plus ln of x square plus, sorry, minus minus ln of x plus 4 whole to the power of half. So now to expand this, the first two terms are added and the bases are same. You should be very careful with the bases. You cannot apply the laws if the bases are different. You can apply them only when the bases are same. So combining the first two terms using the law number 1, we get this to be equal to ln of 2 cube times x square, correct. So the last term can be retained as it is. I would like to tell you in steps, so what I am doing. Okay, so you have a negative sign in between the first and the second term, therefore you know that you have to apply law number 2. So that is in the reverse direction. So that is, you have RHS format here, you have to combine them applying the LHS, that is ln of 2 cube x square or x square, 2 cube x square divided by square root of x plus 4, correct. So you can rewrite this as ln of 2 cube is nothing but 8x square divided by square root of x plus 4. So this is the combined form. Okay, so now we will learn something about change of base formulas. So for some purposes we find it very useful if we can know how to change one base to the other, because as I told you earlier, we can apply all the properties and the laws only when the bases are same. If there is a method where you can change the bases to be same, you can convert one base to another base, you can easily apply the properties and as well as the laws to simplify the given problem, correct. Suppose we are given so we are learning change of base formula. Okay, suppose we are given say log x to base a and we want to find log x to base b. So how do we change from base a to base b? So let y is equal to log x to base b, correct. So if we write this particular equation in the exponential form, we get this to be equal to b to the power of y is equal to x, correct. So now apply log a on both the sides, log to the base a on both the sides. Log of b to the power of y on base a is equal to log of x to the base a. Okay, so now simplifying this LHS, we get using like expanding using laws. So we get this to be equal to y times log of b to base a, and this will be equal to log of x to base a. So now what were we about to find? So we have to find this, correct. This is nothing but our y. So if we solve for y, this will be equal to y is equal to log of x to base a divided by log of b to base a. So this proves this is nothing but the formula to change the base. So this is the changing the base formula, that is log of x to base b is equal to log of x to base a divided by log of b to base a. This is the formula that you apply if you have to change the bases. So now we will evaluate a logarithm to any base by using the change of base formula, and to express the logarithm in terms of common logarithms or natural logarithms, we can use calculators. So let me do that. Let me do problem number 60 for you, or yeah, problem number 60. So that is, the question says use the change of base formula and a calculator to evaluate the logarithm rounded to 6 decimal places. You can use either natural or common logarithms. Okay, so log 6 to base 92. So here you have base 6. So to convert it to natural logarithm, or you have to convert 6 to e, or if you have to use common logarithm, you have to convert 6 to 10. Okay, so I will do that. I will do both so that we will know how to solve it. So converting 6 to 10 first, we need to find out log 92 to base 10. Correct? So that would be equal to log 92 to base 6 divided by log, our b value is here 10, correct? Log 10 to base 6. So fine, now solving, we need to find the value of this particular number. So cross multiplying, we get this to be equal to log 92 to base 6 is equal to log, I'm going wrong somewhere. Okay, I need this value, so I will have to okay, I can use, I can use 10 in a different way. I will redo this. Okay, yeah. So if I express this using the formula, I will use base 10 now. So this will be equal to log 92 to base 10 divided by log 6 to base 10, correct? And applying the loss for the RHS, we get this to be equal to log 92 minus 6 to base 10, correct? So that would be log of 86, correct? 86 to base 10. So using calculator, I get the value to be approximately to 4 decimal places is what they have asked us for. So 1.9345. So if you had to do it the other way, that is to base e, the same thing will be applied, but to base e, that's it. So there is no difference. I hope you can do this by yourself. Let me do another problem for you. Say problem number 64. So which says you have to evaluate log 532 to base 6 again. Okay, to base 6 again. So that would be log 532 to base 10 divided by log 6 to base 10. So this would be log 532 minus 6 to base 10. So that would be log of 526 to base 10. So you can use a calculator for this to calculate 536 of logarithmic value will be approximately 2.72916. So I will make it 92. Okay, so this is how you evaluate logarithmic values for different bases by converting the bases to either common logarithmic values or natural logarithmic values, and you can apply that calculate that using a calculator. So this completes your chapter 4.4, and I would have to give you quiz 4.4.1. So you have to do all these problems for your quiz questions. So problem number 16, problem number 22, and problem number 30, 36, 48, 54, okay, 54 and 54, 62 and 66. Okay, so these are very simple problems, like it may take max to max like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. If you go through this video and the book properly, you will be able to solve them very easily. So this completes all the sections that were due for this week, and the next week you will have sections from 4.5 to 12.1. You will have the homework as well as you will have exams in the following week to that. So next to the next week, like after the next week. So see you soon, and